Hey everyone, I wanted to hop on here today to talk about something that is just so near and dear to my heart, and that is really making two-dimensional connections with other people. I tell you, I am in a season of my life, I'm getting toward that empty nest season, and I can either embrace it or I can, push it back and fight against it. And I don't want to push back and fight against it. It is what it is. But I want to talk about connecting. And I do believe that we all, deep down inside of us, we want and need some things. And I believe it's to be truly known, to be truly valued, to be acknowledged and honored, to belong and to connect with people. I believe that in the hustle and bustle of this world, and we're always going and catching ourselves coming and going, another day, another dollar. Kids are involved in every sport imaginable, and we go to bed exhausted, and then we wake up and we start all over again. But I believe that in the middle of all of that, people are just longing for a deeper connection with other people, and to be known, to be valued, to be acknowledged, to be honored, to belong. And I want to talk about those things today and see if any of it resonates with you, because honestly, that was my past. I didn't want to get to know other people very well. I wanted to stick to myself. I didn't want to be transparent. And a lot of times that is to hide some things that we need to address. And it's just our coping mechanism. But as I've matured and as I've gotten out of some of those things, I do desire to connect more than anything. And I just want to break down some of those ways that we can connect, or we can feel known and valued. And one is to acknowledge each other, to really respect each other's viewpoints. I mean, that is a hot spot right now, right? To respect each other's viewpoints and to really listen, to really get into their world and listen. And I believe that each one of us wants to be acknowledged, to have our beliefs acknowledged, our viewpoints acknowledged. I believe we all want to be acknowledged by eye contact. I've been trying so hard to make it a point when I check out of places, or if I'm at the grocery store, if I'm getting a coffee, if I'm wherever, to make eye contact with people. Who else feels that way? Who else feels that a lot of times we're so busy doing our own thing that we don't even make eye contact? Let me know if you've ever done that. That's been on my radar, to keep people on my radar, to connect with them. I believe that we also really deep down inside want to be honored. We want to be heard. We want to share what's important to us. We want to be sincerely complimented and not just surface level. And here's an example. My husband said he had a conversation with somebody not too long ago, and it was so one-sided. They hadn't talked in a long time, and they reconnected, but the conversation was so one-sided. It was all about this other person, what's going on in this other person's world, what's going on with their kids, what next project this other person is getting into. And my husband left really feeling sort of dishonored, and I know that's a strong word, but it's that feeling of not being honored. And I'm not saying that my husband has never done that. I'm not saying that I've never done that. But I am saying that I'm at a place now that I want to be extremely vigilant about honoring people, really letting them know that I think they're important. I think that people really want to be connected. even though some people want to give this persona or let off this persona that they are an island and they are driven and they've got tunnel vision, I believe deep down inside, though, we all want to be connected, to form a bond. Case in point, I am extremely blessed to, about 15 years ago, as I was starting to get out of this not wanting to share who I really was and was really getting into some deeper friendships, I've connected with a group of women, and it happened to be through my church, and we do so much together, and we edify, and we can share our hearts. And then fast forward until about 6 years ago, and I do believe that the Lord specifically designed for me to come into a business where I am smack dab in the middle of relationships. My business is based on relationships. And I love them. The long texts that I will have with people on my team, how we edify each other, the long texts that I have with people from my church, we are connected on such a deeper level. I do believe that there's a time for competition, and that's when you're in a triathlon, when you're in a 5K, a 10K. I love stuff like that. That's a time to compete. But I believe that 99.9% of the time, we should be collaborating. And I am in that business where I'm always collaborating with people, and I love it. And then I believe that a deep down core thing that we need is to belong. We need to feel like we belong to something. I believe that's from the minute we're little on. We want to belong. We want to be part of a community, to be part of a tribe, if you will. So I talk on here a lot, or I post a lot about purpose, and I hope everybody knows that we're not put on this earth to breathe and then just take up space, but we're here to bring value to the world. And I do believe that part of my purpose is to impact women, especially on what their calling might be. I love that. I feel like I've been a cheerleader since the minute I popped out of my mom's womb. I love to see beautiful things in other people. Now listen, I am not perfect, far from it. Ask my husband and my kids and people who've been around me when I've been crabby, and they see the junk inside of me. But I do know that there are some gifts and talents inside of me, and one of those is to see the beautiful things in people, and to really impact women, especially because I believe that I can go back into my past and some things that have been really some big mess ups. Some things that have held me down, some things that have been really kept me in chains and bondage that I believe now I can share. So I just wanted to hop on and share my heart about that. If you got anything of value out of this, please share it, not for me, but to maybe you know somebody who needed to hear what I had to share. Please share it. But I do appreciate you hopping on and listening to my ramblings. Keep in mind, though, the moral of my video today was to really know that we're here to bring value to people, to let people know that they are known, to acknowledge them, to honor them, to connect and show them that they belong. So maybe next time, instead of not saying something, like not giving a compliment, and you walk away and you're like, oh, I should have said that to that person. Maybe next time you will say it to that person. Just like I'm trying really hard to do the same thing. So guys, have a great Thursday. Have a great afternoon. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. Bye.